often the identity of a caregiver becomes entirely that of caregiver, as if this were the biggest accomplishment, that you have been a caregiver of a certain gold standard which is unachievable by anybody else. That is not how it is sustainable. That is not what has to be aspired for. When caregiving falls in your lap, many times unannounced and unprepared, it's okay to step back and to say, what do I need to learn about this? Who can I go to learn about this? How can I make my job easier? You are more than just this one role that you play. The association in the mind of the caregiver is self-care is equal to selfishness, whereas that's not the case. You cannot do consistent, meaningful care for another person unless you understand, unless there is discipline of being able to look after yourself as well. And just like we play other roles and we get inputs for them, we get support from them, we learn about them, it is okay to learn about the role of a caregiver. There is documented research about something called caregiver stress. Our everyday urban lives are stressful. Caregiver stress is a few notches higher. This leads to caregiver burden and caregiver depression. It is interesting that while it is the compassionate people who become caregivers, but prolonged period of life-sucking circumstances can lead to compassion fatigue. Of late, we've had enough and more spoken about positive psychology that takes away the right of people to experience feelings like frustration, guilt, anger. There are natural feelings. Caregivers feel that not just towards the situation, sometimes towards the patient, sometimes towards themselves, sometimes towards the world, sometimes towards God. Yes, it is important to be strong and it is important to face this adversity in your life, but at the same time, it's okay to be vulnerable. And it's okay to reach out to other people who have similar experiences, to share your weak moments, to share your frustration, anger, and disappointment at the circumstance, sometimes with the person that you're looking after, because it's real, it's natural, and it's okay to have these feelings.